ever driven through like a totally normal intersection and thought, huh, what's buried under here? It's kind of a weird thought, right? But it turns out sometimes the ground beneath us holds some pretty crazy secrets. And this deep dive, well, let's just say it all started with a little local history project, a few vintage Whitby mysteries, and oh yeah, some bones.
Okay, this I gotta hear.
So picture this. 1954, Whitby. Construction workers are widening Brock Street, totally routine stuff, right? Until, bam, shovels hit something unexpected.
Let me guess. They weren't widening the road for fun.
No, not for fun. Definitely not what anyone was expecting. They found human remains.
Wow. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise during a road project. What happened? Did they just, stop everything?
Well, they had to pause things, obviously. You know, respect for the departed and all that. The remains were carefully moved to Groveside Cemetery over in Brooklyn. But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the story?
So these weren't just any graves. They were part of a private family burial plot, which I know sounds kind of strange now, but back in the 19th century, it wasn't actually all that uncommon.
Yeah, right. It was pretty standard back then.
Public cemeteries, they weren't always easy to get to, especially in rural areas. And sometimes religious customs or even just family traditions, they played a role too. It's a different way of thinking about death, that's for sure. Like it was just, a bigger part of life.
Exactly. But get this, the family, the Sunleys, ring a bell.
Sunleys? Wait a minute. Are we talking about, the Sunley family? The ones who own, a ton of land in Whitby? The one and only. Turns out that whole stretch where the LCBO sits on Taunton and Brock, yep, that was all Sunley property.
Wow. Talk about history right under our noses. It makes you wonder what else is out there, hidden in plain sight.
Right. I mean, think about how much things have changed. Urban sprawl, development, it's everywhere. And that makes me wonder, how many other forgotten burial grounds are out there just waiting to be rediscovered?
It's a question a lot of historians and archaeologists are grappling with, especially as cities keep growing. They're using all kinds of tools to find these places, old maps, historical records, even ground-penetrating radar. It's like a giant puzzle.
That is so cool. It really gets you thinking about your own town, doesn't it? I mean, what could be buried beneath that empty lot downtown or even, that park everyone goes to?
See, now you're thinking like a historian. Seriously, though, the next time you're out and about, take a second, look around. That ground you're walking on, it could be hiding pieces of the past, stories just waiting to be told. You never know what you might find if you just, keep your eyes open.